Hi everyone, my name is Lisa Agate and I'm the Algebra 1 teacher at Trinity Christian School. So if you're watching this video, you are looking for information that specifically pertains to Algebra 1 and my class and my teaching. If you are looking for general information about our school, there's a different video that the school is putting out that pertains to general knowledge about Trinity, using facts, etc. But this is just about Algebra 1. I want to show you the book that we will be using in our class. It looks like this. Of course, it's the teacher edition, but the student book looks exactly like this. So you'll be seeing your students bringing that home over the next few days. I do require all of my students to cover their books and to treat them with respect. I want to take a few minutes just to familiarize you with some of the procedures that I use in my class. I do have a slideshow that just highlights the important parts. My course description and syllabus are available on fax, and I will also be printing out a hard copy for the students on the first day of school and going over it again with them there. So I'm going to take a second now to share my screen and just share a PowerPoint with you. Let's see, there you go. Okay, the first thing that you're seeing is my cover page. Just a reminder, this is all about Algebra 1. My name is Lisa Agate, and my email address is at the bottom, lagate@trinitychristian.net. Email is the best way to reach me if you have any questions. But something that I like to stress in my class as I deal with 8th graders is I encourage the students to be the first ones to reach out to me. They are welcome to use my email as often as they need to ask questions, to clarify grades, to voice concerns, to schedule a time for us to work together. I really want that to be falling more on the students and more than the parents. That does not mean I do not answer emails from parents, but I just encourage students to start taking that personal responsibility. As a parent, if you would prefer that your email address is included so that you are just monitoring the conversation, I respect that, and just have your student include your email address on all communication. Okay, in Algebra 1, there are 3 components to the grade. The first being homework. I tell my students to expect homework every night. I think that is a vital part of math work, that they are practicing and reinforcing the skills taught in the classroom that day, and they should expect it every day. The time that I aim for is about 20 minutes of homework. Could take a little bit more, could take a little bit less, but it should not be monopolizing your evening at any rate. The next area that I will be grading your students on are quizzes. I will give short quizzes periodically, and that is a way to hold students accountable for keeping up with their homework, as well as from a teacher perspective, being able to see if I have done an effective job teaching. If I need to stop and go back and reteach, a quiz is a great way to monitor that. They use what they learn in their homework and their quizzes to perform in their chapter tests, and that is the largest assessment tool that I use for your Algebra 1 student. When I grade homework, it's worth 3 points every assignment, and a student would get all 3 points if they are doing their best work, if they are showing their work, if they are also participating and paying attention during class time when we are going over the answers, and if they are correcting it and asking questions. So all of that goes together for what other teachers would consider participation that you would find in my homework grade. If a student is doing all of those things, they are going to get all of their points in homework. And if they are not, you will see those points go down. If the assignment is late, they will not get full credit, but they will get partial credit. And looking at my notes here, I also have let me go to the next screen before I go to the next point here. Something that is different for my classroom is that I encourage students to correct their quizzes and their tests. If they correct those and get the problems right, they get half credit back. And I am a firm believer in learning from our mistakes. And I think it's extra crucial when we study algebra because everything builds on top of everything previously learned. And so this is just helping students have one other opportunity to learn the material. In my class, if a student achieves lower than a 75% on a quiz or a test, their corrections are required. However, if a student receives a 99, they can still do their corrections to get half credit back. So it is a great tool for learning and learning from our mistakes, as well as bringing up those grades. This is something that I will be discussing with the students at length, of course, as we get into the classroom. But the original work needs to be always turned in with the work so that I can compare and see, are they learning? Did they take my comments and apply them? It's very important that I get the original. Because of this and the way that I grade homework more on effort than accuracy for homework, my philosophy is that no student should ever fail my class. If they are doing their homework consistently and working very hard and they're asking for help when they are struggling and they are performing their corrections, no student should ever fail my class. I know that I am only a part-time teacher, so I am only at school for first and second period, and I will be coming to your child's classroom to teach them Algebra 1. But that does not mean I am not available the rest of the day. If a student needs help and they are asking for help during a study hall, I can typically be flexible and make that work. So I do want students to ask for help. The next screen shows you that calculators are permitted in my class. At this stage of the game for math, I feel that there are so many processes required for algebra that a calculator can be so helpful so that we are not making a mistake early on and then getting the wrong answer when a student really understands the process. So the truth of the matter is, if a student doesn't understand the processes, a calculator is not going to help anyways. So calculators are permitted. A standard scientific calculator is all that is necessary. I do feel that it is important to clarify that no phone calculators will be permitted in my class. That's because no phones are permitted in my class. And if we have a test or a quiz and the student forgets their calculator and they ask if they can use the calculator on their phone, my answer will be no. I obviously can't control that at home, so they're welcome to do whatever they need to use for a calculator at home, but no phones will be permitted in my classroom to be used as a calculator. But fear not, I do take many times throughout the year to just make sure our students are keeping up with those manual processes with multiplication, addition, division, with decimals and fractions. So we keep up on it so that that is not lost, but we use calculators to make the algebra portion a little bit easier. So my expectations, in addition to what is already in the handbook for Trinity, I am looking for students to work hard, ask for help, and to have fun. I love algebra, and I love teaching it, and I love working with students one-on-one to help them understand it and help them to love it a little bit more. I also love middle schoolers. So I'm very much looking forward to this year with your student. There are a couple more things that I want to say, so I'm going to go back to full screen. Beside, again, saying how excited I am for this school year. And I do use facts a lot, and so anything extra above and beyond the textbook, you'll be able to find that on facts, as well as our daily assignments and homework due dates and grades. I update pretty regularly, almost daily, and I strive to have the week's work on Renweb before Monday morning. Even though I am a part-time teacher, I do check my email constantly. And so there shouldn't be too much delay in getting back to students or parents with any questions or concerns that they have. I'm supposed to remind you to make sure all of your clearances are up to date and turned into the office. So if you have any questions about that, you can reach out to the school office and they'll be happy to help you. And the last thing that I want to say is just a quick encouragement about all of the crazy COVID precautions that we are trying so hard to work with to make sure we can be in-person teaching. And I just want you to know, as your student's algebra teacher, I will do my best to follow those perfectly, do my best to be perfect when I follow them, but also to make sure that your child is safe at school. And just want to keep everybody safe and healthy and do algebra. So I think we can accomplish all of those things. Please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions or concerns, and I do look forward to meeting all the parents if you are new to the school, but I hope you have a great rest of your day.